Hey everybody, welcome into Farm Cooking with Nan. Today we are doing a hack. I know y'all have heard me gripe and growl about box cake mixes. Only have 15.25 ounces in them when the old box mix that we bought a few years ago had 17.25 ounces in it. Today we are doing extra cake mix to replace the missing 3 ounces in our store-bought cake mix boxes. You mix this formula up, and this is not a formula I came up with. It is one that I searched and tried, and I know this one works. So what we're going to do today, and I did not pack my flour in this. It loosely was put in there with just a scoop, and then I scooted off the top of it. This is 1 cup. And this is a 1/2 cup, so 1.5 cups. Now, I had today, when I did a video and put it on there, a different day, I had one person that just went ballistic because she didn't listen to the measurements. Y'all know that when we put the video on there at 8 o'clock in the morning, 11 o'clock in the morning, this is, I guess we're on Pacific time. I don't know. I don't pay attention. But 11 o'clock, we put the recipe on. So just calm down. It's all right. We're going to give you the recipe. So this calls for 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. Some people call it plain flour. We call it all-purpose flour. 1.5 cups. I know y'all saying, why are you doing like that, Nan? If you all had got the messages that I got with this last video, you'd be making it real plain too. Some people do not watch the video, and they want to just come over and get the recipe, and then they don't understand what's going on. Watch the video, please. Please, please. It'll help you. There's some things in the video that you'll never know how to do unless you watch the video, okay? Please watch the video. I'm on a soapbox today. I've been aggravated over them shorting us in our boxes, our cake mix boxes. I have been aggravated because we're paying more money and we're getting less product. And you know, these cake mix companies, they're not the only ones that's doing this. I was talking to Kimmy on Southern Cooking today, and we were talking about toilet paper rolls and how they seem to, oh yeah, they're as big around as they normally was, but don't they seem like they've shorted in a little bit this way? There's just a lot of things that companies are doing right now. Shame on them. Shame on them. 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. 1 cup of sugar. I just happen to be doing this video on a day where I'm just tired of this stuff. And I'm a little aggravated. They shouldn't be doing this like that. But there's a way to fix it. Okay. I'm going to say it again. 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour or plain flour. And 1 cup of sugar. Then we're going to put some baking powder in. We're going to put 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And I know this little can, this is baking powder, okay? 2 teaspoons. Then I'm going to explain something else. 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Now, you see these are the same can. But if you look on the lid, baking powder, baking soda. I have so many people that think I'm just an idiot and that I'm putting in baking soda. And I think, you know, I'm really putting in baking powder and it's baking soda. No, baking soda backwards. I think I need to start this video all back over again. Lordy mercy. I'm going to put in 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. 1/4 teaspoon. And see, the reason why I keep my baking soda in this little can, look at that little lip that you can just slide and clean your spoon off. Look, your measuring spoons. Look how clean that is. Now I'm going to say that again, what I put in there. Put in 2 teaspoons of baking powder. I guess I need to get me a piece of paper and hide this on the front of this one. And I put in 1/4 of a teaspoon of baking soda. I didn't mess up. I know y'all gonna think I did. Now, I'm going to clean off my mess here with a towel. And I'm going to write on my lid. I've got a little marker here, and I'm going to write on my lid, cake replacement. Cake mix replacement. Okay? Now I'm going to finish this up in just a second. Now we're going to, before I finish it up, I'm going to put the lid on there. And I'm going to shake this up real good. Make sure your jar is nice and clean on the inside. Dry, totally dry. Let it dry for a few days to make sure you don't have any moisture in here, okay? We don't want to give any room for anything to grow that don't need to. It's too much to go in a pint jar, so you have to put it in a quart. See how that's all mixed up in there? Now, I wrote on the top of my little container here, cake mix replacement. Don't know if you can see that. Cake mix replacement. And I'm going to put on here 6 tablespoons equal 3 ounces. Now, each time that you get ready to bake your cake, all you do is take 6 tablespoons, not heaping, just 6 level tablespoons out of this and put it in your cake mix. And if you say, well, Nan, I'm making a chocolate cake or a spice cake, or let me tell you something. Do you think 6 tablespoons is going to be a big difference? It's not. It's not. Not going to change your flavor. You know, you probably give it to 6 people and let them all take a bite of that cake, and they'd never know you put 6 tablespoons of this in there. Now, another thing is, you do not add any extra water to your cake mix. Remember, they left the old instructions on the back of the cake mix. Remember? They didn't change the oil or the eggs or the water. They didn't change that. Leave it. Just go by whatever is on the back of your box of cake mix. And you will not, now we've tried this, you will not see any difference. I didn't want to use it in any of the cake mixes that I've been using because I wanted to show you all how to make it first. And then you can use it. Next time you see me, you'll see me using this in a boxed cake mix, okay? But you do not add any more eggs. You don't add any more water. You don't add any more oil or anything like that. Oil. You don't use any oil or extra butter or whatever it is you put in your cake mix. Go exactly by the directions on the back of the box. And just add 6 tablespoons of this. And I'm going to have people say, well, Nan, how long will that last? Well, let's see. You know, I'm one of these people, I could confuse it, like I said before, a 2-car funeral. I could mess that up. So let me tell you something. I'm looking for a expiration day. This one says November 2025. And I want to tell you something. If this expired, you know what I would do? I would add another teaspoon of baking powder to it with a better date. That's a Nan thing. You don't have to do that, but I know it brings it right back alive. I've told y'all before that when you have a cake mix that's out of date, add you about a teaspoon and a half of baking powder, and it'll bring it right back up to date, okay? So that's what I would do. So when you say, what's the shelf life on that? Your flour's good. Your flour's good. You keep it in. What I do with my flour, when I buy flour, I put it in my freezer. I'm getting off onto something else here. But when I buy flour, I put my flour in the freezer and I let it stay in there if it's in a grocery bag or whatever, I just leave it in that grocery bag. I don't take it out of it. I just tie the top of it, set it down in the freezer, let it stay about a week. And you know what? That helps kill out any little bugs or weevils or anything like that that's going to come out of this. That helps kill it out. I do the same thing with pinto beans or any kind of beans that I've got, my cornmeal, all kinds of stuff like that. Put it in the freezer for about a week. Take it out. And you're ready to go. When I set it out, I take the bag off of it, the grocery bag off of my stuff that I put in the freezer, and I just let that bag totally set out and get to room temperature and dry any moisture that could have come from that freezer before I put it into my containers or anything, okay? Well, listen, that's a twofer thing right there. A 2 for 1. I hope y'all can see. Let me see if I can figure this out to let you see what that says. I hope you can see what that says. It says cake mix replacement 6 tablespoons, TBS for tablespoons, equal 3 ounces. And see, each cake mix is shorted 3 ounces. So all you have to do is put 6 tablespoons. Don't change anything else. Don't change anything else about your cake mix, the directions or anything. That's all you got to do. Okay, listen, I hope y'all get to make yourself some up. I hope I've answered all the questions that you all would have about this. And I just thank the people that helped me to get this recipe and the ones that tried and tested it too. I thank them for it. And listen, I'm going to go. I'm going to tell y'all I love you. And I want you to know how much the Lord loves you. You know, I haven't done hacks in a while. And I've had them on my heart a little bit with things that are going on in America. We need to make sure we are prepared for any national disaster or anything that would come along, that we would need to have things that we couldn't go to the grocery store and buy. So go back and watch the old movies about the hacks and stuff, the old videos that I've done. I'll try to repost some of them. If that's what you all want, I'll try to repost some of them. But please share them. And when I do get my cookbook ready to go, it will have a lot of hacks in it, okay? I'll see you all next time. Love you, and the Lord loves you more. See you next time.